Hi everyone watching me all over the world. My name is Tosin Dotonu. Welcome to my TV channel, The Courageous Women, where we uplift you, where we encourage you to your highest potential as God wants you to be. As you watch this episode, don't forget to like, to share, and to subscribe. God bless you as you do so. Welcome back. Our topic for today is the unusual way to success. I want to let you know that we all have made wrong choices in life. I have at some point in my life. And I want you to know that God makes sense out of nonsense. A good example is Moses in the Bible. He was a murderer. He tried to save his people and he ended up being a murderer, killing one of the Egyptians. Being raised in the palace, his wrong decision, his wrong choices derailed him and sent him into a desert. But God is an unusual God that makes an unusual path to success. That could be your same story today. I want to assure you that like Moses, God can use your obscurity to bring you back to your potential, to bring you back to your destination, to bring you back to where you need to be to make a success. More examples from the Bible is Jacob. We know Jacob was a trickster. He stole his brother's birthright. But along the way, the Bible makes us to understand that Jacob had an encounter with God and he was renamed Israel. And through him, the Lord was able to fulfill his promise to Abraham through him by building the 12th tribe of Israel. Another example in the Bible that is an unusual way is Rahab. The Bible makes us understand that she's a prostitute, but she was mentioned in the genealogy of Jesus. We could see Paul as an example also in the New Testament. The Bible makes us understand that he crucified the church, but he was the same person God used to write about two-thirds of the New Testament. I want to let you know that there's an unusual path to success. Don't worry about the mistakes you have made. I know about a real situation of a man of God that felt that was displaced from his place of assignment because of wrong choice that he made. But having an encounter with God like Moses did, he was able to realign himself back. God took him through nations and even made him greater in his ministry than he was prior to making that mistake. The key here is that when you have derailed, we tend to forget who we are. We tend to forget the potentials we have. But when we key into God like Moses did in the desert when he saw the burning bush, you can also be realigned with God has for you. Another situation in my life, I have taken a long time off career, but when God brought me back, through unusual way, through unusual path, I was able to fulfill my goal in an unusual setting, through unusual channel, to still attain my goal. I want you to know that when we lose time in life, that God himself always makes sure he pours back the value into the time we have lost. Tips to find your unusual path to success. The first point I would like to share with you is you have to learn to rebound. Moses almost forgot who he was when he was in the desert. A good example of someone in the Bible that did not forget who he was or his dreams was Joseph. Joseph had a dream while he was in his father's house, but despite his adversity, he did not forget what God had said concerning him. You have to remember the vision you have about yourself before you made that wrong decision or before you were derailed. You have to remember your dreams. You have to remember your vision. You have to remember where you're going. And you have to remember who you are. You have to remember that the plan God has for you still stands. Moses ran away because he made the wrong decision by killing a fellow man. But God sent him back to that very place where he ran away from. The key here is that you might have been displaced, but when you key into God like Moses did, God will make sure that he sends you back to where you have uprooted yourself by your own self. And just like Moses, continue to focus on God and he will realign you back to your destiny. Tip number 3, you have to learn to be in God's presence like Moses did. You have to be in a position where you hear God specifically for yourself, not the general preaching to everybody. And tip number 4, Remember that the Lord can restore you. Job chapter 2 verse 25 to 26 says that the God will restore the years the locust and the cankerworm has eaten. The life of Moses was restored. The 40 years in the wilderness was not given to him, but God poured out the value of that 40 years into his later year. Remember that he ran away from his place of destiny because he killed one Egyptian. But when God took him back in his later years, he poured out value by making him to redeem millions of people out of obscurity. So that's it on the Courageous Women. Thank you for joining me once again. Don't forget to like, to subscribe, and to share, and leave your message on the space underneath. Until next time, I look forward to seeing you on the next episode. God bless you as you do so.